Hi everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and you are done very well in the exam, most of you. Now we move to the next topic, composition of functions and invertible functions. So in this class we are going to study about composition of functions. So what do you mean by composition of functions? Let's see the definition. Let f is a function from a to b. Okay, so domain is a and codomain or range is b. And g is a function from b to c. Two functions. There are two functions. One is from a to b and another function from b to c. If you observe here, the range of the first function will be same as the domain of the second function. So this is b and this is also b. Okay, so f is a function from a to b and g is a function from b to c are two functions. Then the composition of f and g defined as or denoted by GOF. GOF is the composition of function f and g is defined as a function. That means GOF is also a function from a to c. See, f is from a to b and g is from b to c. Then GOF is from a to c. So here is the diagrammatic way of showing. F is a function from set A to the set B. Okay, x is mapping and it is mapping to f of x. Then b is a function, that is whatever the range is there. Range means whatever the elements are mapped here, those elements will match to another set C with the help of the function g. Okay, then GOF. GOF is a function from a to c. So that you are coming from g to f, so you cannot say it is a function from C to A. GOF is a function from A to C. You may have a doubt why it is GOF and you are taking function from A to C instead of C to A. Let's take an example to understand this. Why it is A to C, why it is not from C to A. So here we have an example. F is a function. Its domain is 2, 3, 4, 5 and its codomain is 3, 4, 5, 9. And g is a function from 3, 4, 5, 9. See here, one important thing you have to remember. The range of the f function must be same as the domain of g function. Then only I can define a function from g to GOF. Otherwise you cannot define. Okay, here this codomain have more elements because range is a subset of codomain. There are some elements in this set for the sum function. It may not be mapped from here to here. But when I take the domain, here G has a domain as 3, 4, 5, 9. Here I consider those elements which are mapped here. Those who are not mapped in this set, those you can exclude. So G is a function from 3, 4, 5, 9, which means here 3, 4, 5, 9, these all elements will be mapped by some of the elements from here. If I take only 3, 4, 5, for example, instead of 9, 3, 4, 5 if I consider, that means here 3, 4, 5 only mapped, 9 is not mapped. Okay, so that's why those elements in this set which are mapped, the range of the set F will be the domain. I am not talking about codomain of F is the domain of G. The range of F is the domain of G. Okay, sometimes codomain and range can be same, but sometimes it may be different. Range is a subset of codomain. So 3, 4, 5, 9 is the domain of G and 7, 5, 11 is the 7, 11, 15 is the range of the codomain of G. B function, these are the two functions, how they are defined. F of 2 equals to 3, that means 2 is mapping to 3. F of 3 equals to 4, here 3 is mapping to 4 here. F of 4 equals to F of 5 equals to 5. That means 4 and 5 from here. This number 4 and number 5 both are mapping to 5 only. Okay. Now G of 1, so G of 3 equals to G of 4 equals to 7. That means 3 and 4 both are mapping to 7. And 5 and 9, G of 5, G of 9 both are mapping to 11. Then you have to find GOF. So we'll take the help of diagrams to understand it more clearly. Okay, so what it says, F of 2 is 3. So 2 is mapping to 3. So this is the line 2 is mapping to 3. Then f of 3 equals to 4. Here f is a function from this set to this set. So f of 3 equals to 4 means 3 is mapping under the function to 4. Okay. Then f of 4, f of 5. Both here values are 5 only. So 4 and 5 here. 4 is also mapping to 5 and 5 is also mapping to 5. Now g is a function from 3, 4, 5, 9 to 7, 11, 15. So 3, 4, 5, 9, this is the domain. As I said, the codomain of f, this is the domain of f, this green color circle, and this is the codomain of f. The codomain of f is the domain of g. Okay, so 3 is mapping to 7 because g of 3 equals to g of 4 equals to 7. That means 3 and 4 both are mapping to 7 only. Next, g of 5, g of 9 both are equals to 11. That means 5 is also mapping to 11. 9 is also mapping to 11. Okay. Now GOF is a function. GOF is defined from this green color circle to pink color circle, right? GOF is a function from this set till this set. That's what the definition says, right? If f is a function from a to b, g is a function from b to c, then GOF is a function from a to c, the domain of first function to the range of second function. Why? Because, for example, GOF is given. GOF is given. I have to find GOF of 2. This one, GOF of 2, which can be written as G of f of 2. I know f of 2 value is 3. So in place of this f of 2 here, in place of this f of 2, I can replace that as 3 because f of 2, that means this 2 is f mapping to 3. That means f of 2 value is 3. So you'll get in place of f of 2, I am replacing it as 3. Then you'll get g of 3. What is g of 3 value? G of 3 value is 7. So g of 3 is 7. You can see here, this there is a line from 2 to 3. That is 2 is mapping to 3. Then 3 is mapping to 7. So GOF means GOF of 2. 2 will map to directly 7. Now if I want to say GOF of 3, here I have written GOF of 3. Then I can write this as G of f of 3. I know f of 3 value. F of 3 is mapping to 4. So f of 3 value is 4. So it will come G of 4. G of 4 means this 4 is mapping to 7. So G of 4 is 7. Maybe you can take the help of the numbers which they are given here, or you can take the help of diagram. Both ways you can do. Now let's see here. GOF of 4, the 4 is mapping to 5 and 5 is mapping to 11. So G of f of 4 will be 11. You can write it directly. Okay. Next case, GOF of 5. So 5 is mapping to 5 and here 5 is mapping to 11, which means here this 5 will map to directly to 11. This 5 is directly mapping to 11. Now see here what you have taken. You have taken 2, you have taken 3, you have taken 4, and you have taken 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5 are the elements of A. And what are the images you are getting? 7. This is also 7. Here it is 11 and here it is 11. So 7 and 11 are the images. You can see 7 and 11 are the elements of the set C. So that's why GOF is a function from here A to here C. So GOF has nothing to do with the set B. Of course, G is defined on B only. So this is the example of a composition of a function. Hope you understand what is composition of a function. Composition is the function which is defined on the two sets. So two functions f and g, where the domain of G will be same as the codomain or range of F. Now, take another example. Here find GOF and FOG if f is a function from R to R, g is a function from R to R given by f of x is cos x and g of x is 3x square. Now what you have to find? Show that first you have to find GOF and FOG both, then you have to prove that they are not same. So here I have taken GOF of x, then I can write this as g of f of x, which is g of, now in place of f of x, what is f of x is given? F of x is given by cos x. So g of cos x, right? G of cos x, which is equals to, now here you see g of, if you have x here, the answer is coming as 3x square. Now here instead of x you have cos x. So what you have to do is, in place, if x is there, 3x square. In place of x I have cos x. So here in place of x also cos x will come. So the answer will become 3 here it will come 3 cos square x. Okay. So I got GOF of x equals to 3 cos square x. How do you get GOF of x? I written as g of f of x, then f of x value given as cos x. So g of cos x, like it's a polynomial. If I have a class 9, 10, so you solve a p of x equals to x minus 2, then if I ask p of 1, what you do? X will be replaced with 1, am I right? So here also in place of x, here you have cos x. Okay, so here in place of x, it is taking cos x. So here also in place of x, you have to replace cos. 3 cos x whole square, that you can write as 3 cos square x. Now see here it will happen, FOG of x. FOG of x is f of g of x, which is f of, what is g of x value? 3, 3 x square. Right? G of x value is 3x square. Here it is what here. G of x is 3x square. F of g of x equals to f of 3x square, which is equals to, now if you have f of x, answer is coming as cos x. But in place of x, here what you have? 3x square, right? So what you can do is, here also in place of x, I have to replace 3x square. So what you get is, this will come as cos 3x square. So what do you think? 3 cos square x will be same as cos 3x square? It's not same, right? Both are different. This is 3 times of cos square x, and this is cos of 3x square. So both are two different values. So hence GOF is not equals to FOG. Okay. Now to understand further this concept, we introduce one more question. Just a minute, before I go to this question, let me clarify. Here you got FOG, GOF. GOF value you got it, FOG value you got it, and you proved that they are not equal. Am I right? So you may ask here, sir, here we found GOF, so can I find FOG also for this function? You cannot find FOG for this question. Why? Because if I say, should I write here somewhere? Because this may help you. Here f is a function from a to b and g is a function from b to c. As I said, to define GOF, here the set b and here also the set b has to be same. But now similarly, if I want to define FOG, should I write somewhere here? FOG function, if I want to define, how can I define? So first I have to take somewhere here. Let me write. What is this? G is a function from A to 3. G is a function from B to C, right? Sorry. G is a function from B to C, and F is a function from, that's what they are given in the question. F is a function from A to C. Now, if I want to define FOG, what has to be same? The codomain of the function G must be same as the domain of the function F. Do you think the set C and the set A will be same? If they are same, yes, you can find FOG. If they are not same, you cannot find FOG. Okay, so that thing has to be taken care when you define FOG or GOF. If I define GOF here, yes, GOF means I have to look for the function F first. The domain, codomain of the F is same as the domain of G. So GOF can be defined. If I go for FOG, okay, so I have to look for the function G first. So codomain of G, if it is same as the domain of F, then we can define FOG, otherwise no. You check here, in this question which we define FOG and GOF, both the function, F is defined from R to R, G is also defining from R to R. So hence you can define FOG, you can define GOF, because everything is same. It is all from R to R only, right? So there won't be a problem for that. So that's why here in this question, example 16, I define FOG, GOF, but in this example 15, I cannot define FOG. Hope it is clear why we cannot define here. If not, then you can ask it out. Now here also you see, here F is a function. So that if F is a function from R minus 7 by 5 to R minus 3 by 5, that means R minus 7 by 5 means all the real numbers in the domain except 7 by 5. So you are subtracting this 7 by 5 from the real number system. You are removing. So domain consists all the real numbers except 7 by 5. And here range is R minus 3 by 5, or you can say codomain R minus 3 by 5, which means except 3 by 5, all the real numbers will exist in the codomain. And f of x is defined as 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7. And g is a function from R minus 3 by 5 to R minus 7 by 5 is defined as g of x equals to 7x plus 4 upon 5x minus 3. Then these are the defined function. What you have to show, FOG is IA. What is IA? It's an identity function. In class 11th, we already studied about the identity function. Identity functions are the functions, whatever the input you give, your output also will remain same. F of x equals to x is an example of an identity function. That means f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 2, f of minus 3 is minus 3, f of 10 is 10. So whatever the input you give, your output will remain same. And GOF equals to IB. IB is also an identity function. Okay, so here the explanation is given. IA of x equals to x for all x belongs to A. IB of x equals to x for all x belongs to B are called identity functions on set A and B respectively. Here IA means identity function on set A, IB means identity function on set B. Okay, so you not bother about much here. So first I have to find FOG and GOF. So here f of x is given as 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7. So this is given function. What I do is, to avoid the confusion, I'll take this f of x as y. Y equals to f of x equals to 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7. And g of x, here it is given, g of x equals to this one. So this is the given value of g of x. That I call it as z. Z equals to g of x equals to this one. So to find first FOG of x here I written FOG of x, so that you can write as f of g of x, which is equals to f of g of x. What you consider, here g of x you are taken as z. Okay, so in place of g of x here, I'll replace it as z. So it will be f of z. Am I right? So you got here it is f of z. And what is f of x is defined? F of x is defined as 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7. If it is f of z in place of x, if I get z, then it will be 3z plus 4 upon 5z minus 7. So here I have written here 3z plus 4 upon 5z minus 7, which is equals to 3 times. Now what I do is, in place of this z, okay, here you have z, in place of this z, I have z equals to g of x, which is also equals to this one. Okay, so can you replace here 3 times of z is there? So in place of z, I replace this entire fraction. Okay, in place of only this z value, I am replacing this value because z value is same 7x plus 4 upon 5x minus 3. So 3 times of z. So this entire thing will represent the value of z. And here you have plus 4. The plus 4 I kept as it is. Now again you have here in the denominator 5z minus 7. So in place of z, again I'll replace 7x plus 4 upon 5x minus 3. And after 5z you have minus 7 here. So that minus 7 I kept as it is. Now take the LCM in the denominator here in this numerator. Okay, this is entire fraction. So if you see here for this and this number 4, the denominator will remain 5x minus 3. That is the denominator for here LCM. So what you get here it is 3 times of 7x plus 4. Okay, then plus 4 times of 5x minus 3. Hope you are aware how to take the LCM and all. Now if I come to this denominator terms, here also 5x minus 3 is the LCM. So let me put 5x minus 3 is the LCM. So numerator will get it as 5 times 7x plus 4, 5 times 7x plus 4 minus 7 times 5x minus 3. 5x minus 3. Hope this LCM is clear, because here you have to write this as 4 as 4 upon 1 and 7 as 7 upon 1. Okay, if you want I can put here, then not this way. Equation tool, instead of just 4, I'll write this as 4 upon 1. That we can do here also 7 upon 1. Now what happens after writing this whole term? You see both here also the denominator is 5x minus 3. Here also the denominator is 5x minus 3. So both the denominators get cancelled. So what you left out in the numerator, this is 3 times of 7x plus 4. 3 7s are 21x plus 3 4s are 12 plus 4 5s are 4 into 5x, that is 20x. I am opening the bracket, minus 4 3 is 12. Now denominator also. This denominator where do you get? By opening, for this entire numerator. Okay. So 5 times of 7x, that is 5 7s are 35x plus 5 4s are 20. Then minus 7, here you can see minus 7. Minus 7 into 5x. Minus 7 into 5x, what do you get? Minus 35x minus 7 into minus 3. It will be plus 21. So let me simplify this numerator and denominator and see what do you get. So here if you simplify, this will be 21x plus 20x. 21x plus 20x will be 41x. Here plus 12 and minus 12. Plus 12 minus 12 will be 0. So 41x will be there. Here 35x minus 35x. That will be 0. 20 plus 21 of 41 will come. Okay. So here both numerator and denominator 41 will get cancelled. Finally you will end with x. So you are getting FOG of x is equals to x. So it's an identity function. So for example, if you take 1 here, the answer will come as 1 only. If you take 1.5 here, so here also answer will come 1.5. So it's an identity function. And now FOG, I proved it as an identity function. Now what you have to prove? GOF is also an identity function. So for that, I retype the few steps. Yeah. Here you have GOF of x, which equals to G of f of x. Now if you remember, f of x I have taken as y. So in place of f of x here, I replace here it as y. So I'll get G of y. G of y means, it's here it is given. G of x is 7x plus 4 upon 5x minus 3. Now you have G of y. So x will be replaced with y. So 7y plus 4 upon 5y minus 3. Now what is the, here you have 7y, right? So, but what is actually y value? Y value here you have y equals to 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7. So that y value I'll replace here. Then plus 4. So here plus 4 I kept as it is. Here it is plus 4. Then 5y is there here also. 5y. So in place of that y, again I'll replace this term. Because here that's what I assumed. Y value as f of x, or maybe y value as 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7. So here also now you take the LCM. Here the denominator is 5x minus 7 is the LCM. So numerator what do you get? 7 times 3x, 7 times 3x plus 4 plus of 4 times what do you get? 5x minus 7. And here also the LCM is 5x minus 7 is the LCM, and here it is 5 times 3x plus 4, 5 times 3x plus 4 minus 3 times 5x minus 7. Okay. So here also denominator is 5x minus 7. Here also denominator is 5x minus 7. So both the denominator will get cancelled. So what do you get in the numerator? Here it is this term. If I simplify this whole term, so let's see what you get. 7 3s are 21x plus 7 4s are 28 plus 4 5s are 20x. How we got 20x? This 5x here. This 5x is multiplying with this 4. 4 into 5x is 20x. Then 4 into minus 7. 4 into minus 7 is minus 28. Okay. Now see the denominator here. So this denominator we get by multiplying this whole term, the highlighted one. So let's see. So here 5 multiply with this term. 5 into 3x is 15x plus 5 4s are 20. Now what happens is these terms will be multiplied with minus 3. Minus 3 into 5x. Minus 3 into 5x is minus 15x. Then minus 3 into minus 7 plus 21. Alright, minus into minus is plus. 3 7s are 21. Now let's see what we get here. Here you see 21x, here also plus 20x will be 41x. See the constant terms, this is plus 28 and this will be minus 28. So plus 28 minus 28 get cancelled, and here what do you get? This is 15x plus 15x and this will be minus 15x. So both will get cancelled, plus 15 minus 15. Then I have plus 20 plus 21. 20 plus 21 will be 41. So then I'll get, which is equals to 41. 41 again will get cancelled. The answer will be x. Okay, so here what is giving? GOF of x is also giving me as x only. So if you want, you can check for one of the question. Okay, so when I say GOF of, for example, if I'm going for GOF of x, then G of f of x, if I take x value is 1, so G of f of 1. So first substitute one value here. So if I substitute one value here, what you get? 3 plus 4, 7. And this is 5 minus 7, that is minus 2. So minus 7 upon 2. So that now here x value will become minus 7 upon 2. So wherever x is there, you substitute minus 7 upon 2 and simplify. Your final answer will come as 1. You can try at home. Okay, so finally I got FOG of x. FOG of x is x. And GOF of x is also giving me x. So that's what they asked to prove. FOG and GOF, both FOG is an identity function. GOF is also an identity function. You don't worry about A and B. Okay. So both are an identity function, hence I proved. Now here let me give the introduction to the inverse of a function. If I want to prove that any given function is a invertible or inverse exists, then what I have to do is the same. Here whatever you have done for this question, the same process goes on. If you are able to prove FOG of x is equals to x, as I proved in this question, and if not or, it's and GOF of x is also equals to x. If these two are able to prove, then f is invertible function, g is also an invertible function. What do you mean by invertible? Inverse exists. Okay, and f is the inverse of g, or you can say g is the inverse of f. So what exactly inverse of a function suggests to you is that if f is a function from a to b, f is a function from a to b, then is there any function g which exists from b to a? Is that possible to define? If it is defined, what should be that g function? Okay, if f is a function from a to b, then is there any function g which can be defined from b to a? Is that possible? If it is possible, what is that function? Okay, so one way to prove the function is invertible or inverse exists, this is the method. FOG as so an identity function, GOF is also an identity function. If both are giving me an identity function, hence it is a invertible function. Okay, so I can see here f is the inverse of g and g is the inverse of f. Both the way it is okay. So next class we'll solve more and more questions based on the invertible function, because here f function, g functions both are given. So hence I proved FOG of x is x, GOF of x is x. But in certain, now when we discuss more detail about the invertible functions, they go only f of x function, f of x equals to something. Then you have to derive what is g of x. After deriving, then you have to check FOG and GOF whether they are giving me identity functions or not. Okay, so how to derive those g function, how to get it, that we'll see in the next class. Hope this composition of a function is clear, how to find the composition of function. Even this example also, the last example which we discussed, I discussed on behalf of the composition of function. So by luckily we got both our identity functions. So hence I given the introduction to inverse function. Okay. So go through this detail. First exercise, second exercise you can complete by the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.